Ready to experience the future of Web3? Welcome to the PopMax Global Expo. This isn't just an event, it's a global movement driven by pioneers dedicated to your success. Immerse yourself in our dynamic ecosystem, gain insights from inspiring speakers, and discover how PopMax is putting the power back in your hands. Step into a world of innovation and opportunity. Welcome to the PopMax Global Expo.
If you're curious about PopMax ecosystem's inner workings and want to understand it deeper, up next we're going to invite PopMax CMO, Mr. Magnus, on stage, and he will give us an overall introduction, and we'll have a look at the bigger picture of Pop ecosystem. Let's give a huge round of applause and welcome.
Hello, everyone. So much beautiful faces everywhere. So many PopMax pioneers. For me, it's a real honor to be here the first time in Korea, first time in Jeju, of course. It's a really beautiful country and a really beautiful island. So thank you for having us here. Now, my speech today is going to be about Pop ecosystem, which is one of the most important part of everything. Because without an ecosystem, you will not grow. Okay? So today we're going to show you the bigger picture. Our core of everything is Pop Social, right? Pop Social is a global creator economy engine. It's powered by AI and built on Web3. You know, today is around 4.5 billion people on social media. Do everyone get paid? No. This is an opportunity, of course, with Pop Social. Here we can turn every voice into an asset. I am not a hype guy, but I like statistics, okay? Let's look at some facts. You know this brand? TikTok? Last year they did $23 billion revenue. 77% came from advertisement, but 23% came from TikTok shops. This is more powerful than anything, because before everything was advertising. Now, TikTok shops coming. In transaction fees, they made over $5.6 billion. That launched officially September 2023, and today is growing even faster and faster every day. Now, if you look into activity, TikTok has 1.5 billion active users every month. That gives them a user value. Each user is worth $25 to $32 to TikTok. Now, when we speak millions, billions, not many people understand the big difference. But if you take 1 billion versus 1 billion in seconds, 1 million seconds is 11 days and 13 hours. But 1 billion seconds is 31 years and 250 days. That's the huge difference. Or the difference between 1 million versus 1 billion in cash, then you see the difference. So when I say they made 23 billion in turnover, it's a huge number. If you're looking at Pop Social, we have 500,000 registered users, market value around $40 million today, give us a user value around $80 per user, because Web3 is higher value per user than a Web2. Our revenue will come from advertising and Pop stores. So we have the same, but in Web 3. Like I said, in Web 3, per user value grows. With more users, the higher value. Tokenomics is very important, but the real revenue from ecosystem. This is the reason I'm going to talk about the ecosystem of POP. In our center of everything, we have our core, POP Social. Without an engine, the car cannot move forward. So we need a growth engine, and that is POP Max. We also have something we all know as NX1. So I'm going to steal this from the speaker in the future here. The new name of NX1, Nivex. I'm going to not talk so much more. I'll let Simon speak about that later. But this is our financial hub. It's a centralized exchange. And then, of course, PPT, our POP Social token, is what makes everything run. It's the gas. We also have Punkverse. This is also very powerful and offline concept stores. We also have something coming, a wealth generator called PopX. That's something we can look forward to very soon. And I would say the backbone of everything is PopChain, our own blockchain, launching next year this time. Now, if I go in and speak a little bit short, start about Punkverse. I'm not going to steal so much content from Galen. I will speak about this later, but they developed their own games, first of all. And all of you understand the Punkverse concept. I don't need to go into details. But Punkverse is a bridge between real-world trendy collectibles and Web3 digital assets. This is going to be really, really big. And they're also looking for a future listing on NASDAQ. This is really big. And that is part of our ecosystem. Well, Nivex is also a very important part of our ecosystem. First of all, some of you maybe have downloaded the app, some have not. I recommend you do. This is our own product. So powerful AI strategies, copy trading, arbitrage, swap. They also have their own launchpad called NX Rise. They also have NX Nova, their own airdrop platform. And people who use the app. By the way, did you know you can stake PPT in NX1? I didn't know. So you can stake your own PPT directly in here. Also in the app, you have availability, your own crypto-linked payment card. You can use it at Apple Pay. They're also operating with money service business license. They have operations in US, Canada, Europe, Singapore, Kazakhstan, and they also have applied for a very prestigious license in Dubai called the VARA license. Only application costs $1 million. No guarantees to get approved. The application cost. But it's looking very good for Nivex. Moving on. POP Social Token. Now, fueling the social economy, total supply of 200 million tokens will be reduced down through our deflationary mechanism down to 100 million tokens only. Currently circulating supply is around 85 million, which gave us a market cap of 26 million. However, since I made this slide and the price of PPT had gone up, so it's more market cap. But currently we are trading on 5 major exchanges. Bybit, who is #2 in the world. You, me, we trade there. BitGet, MEXC, Gate.io, BingX. The company's first target is 1 billion market cap. And this is not a big problem with our ecosystem, I tell you. From now to then is an increase of 38 times. Or as you say, 3,738%. Would you keep or would you sell your PPT today? Keep, of course. Up to you. Deflationary is very important, and we have a burn mechanism. When people put in staking, 10% of your PPT goes to burn. The first set we sent in April was 546,000 tokens to burn. Second time was 13th of May, 1,974,000 tokens sent to burn. Means they are nowhere to be found. They are gone from circulation. Totally, in 2 months, 2.5 million tokens are gone. Black hole will never come back. By deflationary means you're reducing down the number of tokens. We push our ecosystem to put the price higher up. It's a good situation, isn't it? Now, PopMax, the engine. The most important thing in an ecosystem is the engine. And of course, our missions is to support all ecosystem projects. Number 2, optimizing tokenomics. By staking, you're actually optimizing. Promoting user participation. I guess all of you here got promoted to join, right? This is what we do. And this is the most powerful thing in an ecosystem. Driving the ecosystem-wide growth, of course. This is what also we do. Now, I know all of you know this already, but humor me, I will actually run this through for you. In order for you to stake in PopMax, you can choose to go in with 50% PPT, 50% USDT. Or today you can go in with 100% USDT and the platform converge for you. You have our all different staking contracts. Every day your yield rate goes to your own PUSD pool. Now, what many people here does not know, you can choose whenever you want to withdraw from your own PUSD pool every day if you wish to. But if you don't withdraw, you're getting something very revolutionary called yield pool distribution. Meaning you get interest on your interest. A compounding effect, which is very, very powerful. And this, of course, comes from the withdrawing fee that is from the PUSD pool, goes back to those who keep their PUSD in the pool, right? The PUSD yield pool is, of course, varies depending on how many people withdraw. But we have seen everything from 0.65% up to 1.3% daily. If you take an average of 0.975%, meaning, for example, if you have $500 in the pool, you get $4.8. If you have $5,000 in the PUSD pool, you can get $48.75. All right? This is also how we explain more. Let's say you're staking $1,000, and after 24 hours, your first reward comes. It goes to your PUSD pool, and then you have $10, if you choose 1%, of course. Then the yield pool kicks in and pay additional 0.975%. Now, day 2, same procedure. You pay out the reward. Now you had 20.975, and then the yield pool kicks in, and suddenly you have 23. So the more you keep in the PUSD pool, the more reward you will get. That's an important thing. With this, with calculation, if you go in with $1,000, you lock it for 360 days, but you can get your principal back in less than 65 to 70 days because of the yield pool. So this is a good selling point to all people. you're not locking 1,000 for 360 days. You actually can get back your principal with lesser time, 70 days. Also, just to explain further, when you're locking your staking, you cannot withdraw the staking principal, but you can withdraw from the USB to pool anytime. In this case, let's say you withdraw $100. There's a 10% withdrawal fee. It goes through the yield pool, who then goes straight to your balance. And to the balance, it comes $90, 10%. From here, you can swap PUSD to PPT, and then you can send to your wallet, and you can go to any of these exchanges and sell to whatever you want to sell. This 10% withdrawal fee goes back in the yield pool, and we pay out to those who keep the funds in the pool. Now, let's talk something really interesting. Do you know the magnitude of have your own blockchain, how powerful it is? Let's say we are now 1 year ahead of time. We are now starting the POP chain. Suddenly, we get online with our own blockchain. And the first thing we do is, of course, to take POP Social onto our own blockchain, the POP chain. And then after that, of course, we take our own token onto our own chain. And then we're enlightening all our circulating projects and companies onto our own blockchain. What runs in the blockchain? We need gas fees, right? What do we use for gas fees? PPT. Meaning, not only here, we're using our own internal companies using PPT every time there's a transaction. Now think of this. We have our own blockchain. We have Nivex, who offers a launchpad and an airdrop platform. Suddenly, we have a launch infrastructure to all other companies, projects that will launch in the future can come to us. We can offer everything in one platform. Another thing is, if you hold PPT when we're launching other projects through the airdrop platform, if you hold PPT, you will get other tokens as well. Some will be more valuable, some less, but still you got it for free as an airdrop, as you are a PPT token holder. Let's say our chain grows, become bigger and bigger. We still have POP Social running our own blockchain, but more and more projects seek out to go and using our launch infrastructure. More and more companies, more products, more projects, and suddenly more and more is going to use what? PPT as gas fees. That creates enormous circulation. And circulation, same time we're reducing the amount of tokens, and through our ecosystem we're pushing the price up. That's a pretty good combination, I would say. Remember, first target we set was 1 billion to market cap. With our own chain launched, the second target comes up, and that it will be 5 billion market cap. That is from now an increase of 192 times. Again, would it be worth to hold your PPT? Maybe. But we are not finished. More things coming, all right? The future holds so much more. Imagine we have our own blockchain, we have our own native token, we have our own exchange, and we have our own payment system. When this kicks in, the third target will emerge. Now, usually you say in life you have two opportunities. The question you need to ask yourself, is this your first or your last opportunity? Thank you so much for me.